Okay, the third phase that you're gonna be going through called eccentric phase. We're gonna be taking things slow, going down into these movements, starting with a split squat, a kickstand RDL, Romanian deadlift, and mountain climbers. Eccentric split squat. So in the eccentric portion of the lift, that's just the lowering phase of the lift. We're gonna go down super slow so that we get very good activation into that musculature. So what you're gonna start with doing by grabbing the dumbbell, placing it up against her chest, have the dumbbell be vertically cupping underneath her chin and going right up against her chest there. And she's gonna start by taking, in this stance she's in, about hip to shoulder width apart, take one big step back. Good. Now you want to take a big step back so that way, like I said, you feel a good stretch in the hip flexor here. And we're gonna start by counting her down nice and slow, 3 to 5 seconds. We're gonna do 5 seconds here. So she's gonna start by bending her knee, dropping down slow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend up. Torso is still tall and strong. Going down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend up. 2, down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Good. These last two, let's do a profile view. Go ahead and face the side there. Big step back like how she was doing before. Good. We're going down here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. One more. Down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Good. And also keep in mind when you're doing this movement that you are distributing your weight towards the middle of the foot, not too much on the forward of the ball of the foot quite yet on this. So that way we get good activation in those muscles. Eccentric Kickstand Romanian deadlift, or RDL for short. So on this movement, what she's gonna start by doing, she's gonna go ahead and grab the weight, and she's gonna hold it with her palm facing down against her thigh. The way to hold it is on the sides here, on each side of the dumbbell. So that's also another way to also modify it if you have a struggle with the grip. So in this position here, she's going to actually take a half step back, not as big as the split stance in the eccentric split squat. So halfway there, what she's also going to do on this back leg here, go ahead and actually turn on a profile view so they can see that a little bit better. She's going to actually make sure that her toe is having contact with the ground and the heel is pointing essentially up towards the ceiling. She's distributing her 90% of her weight to the front of the leg, like 10%. Into the back toe, so that way we're focusing more on that front leg that we're going to be working. So in the start of this position, what she's going to do, if you decide to hold it with that one hand, keep that free hand kind of there for a little bit of a balance. From here, she's going to draw her hips pushing back. She's going to keep the knee slightly bent so she can get some range. Stop just below her knee, keeping a nice neutral spine, chest is out, neutral head. Here, she's going to extend all the way up, driving her hips through the weight, squeezing her glutes to lock out the movement, staying strong in her core. Good. Let's go ahead and actually just do 4 more of these. Go ahead, push back. Good. Notice she's going slow coming down. Grab that, do about 5 to 6 seconds, slowly coming down into this movement. I'll count you down on these last 2. Go ahead and go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, up. One more time. 5, slow and going back. 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Extend through. And to modify this movement, if you struggle on the balancing portion of things, if you're in this position and you have a struggle with balancing going side to side or forward or backwards, the best option for you to do is to actually take that bigger split stance back, so that way you have a good base. So you limit that swaying from side to side so you can focus on doing that movement. So go ahead, Olivia, go ahead and grab that weight, get yourself in that position again, but only this time, get a big split stance on this one. She's doing the same exact movement that she did for the narrower stance, only she's focusing more on pushing her hip back and sitting in that hip so she can get a good stretch in the hamstring and make sure she keeps her neutral spine as well. So go ahead and draw the weight over your knee, pushing your hip back, coming all the way up, extending through, and squeezing through with her glute. Go ahead and do one more. Nice and slow coming down. We're still in eccentrics here, so we're still going slow down into these movements. She has a straight arm here, good resting against her thigh. Her hip is going to be drawing back. Go ahead and lower the weight down, nice and slow, keeping her neutral spine. Coming all the way up. She's squeezing right here in her glute, coming back again. Good, neutral spine, coming up, squeezing through. Very good. 90% of her weight's on the front leg still. 10 to 20% of her weight's on the back leg. We're focusing mostly on this side of the body. Went all the way up and relax. The core movement that we're gonna work on for this block is a progression from the plank jack. These are called mountain climbers, all right? So very commonly used. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get down into that quadruped position, extend your knees up, getting up on the toes. Nice neutral spine in here, neutral head position. From here, she's gonna drive her knee all the way up to her chest as best she can with your range of motion, and she's gonna rapid fire those knees back and forth, ending her toes where she started. All right, let's go 10 seconds and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep going, 4, keep going, 3, 2, 1, and time. With the intensity of this movement, the same kind of concept comes with the elevation of doing it on an incline. So we're going to use the bench here. If you do, like I said, if you have a sturdy table, a countertop, a box a little bit lower to the ground would probably be more beneficial to get the benefits of the workout. Using this bench, same idea here. Go ahead, place her hands right there on the bench, extend her knees out, getting up on her toes. Now in this position here, you gotta make sure, since you're not parallel with the ground, you're a little bit on an angle, you wanna angle that knee drive up into, say, her elbow area. Focus your head, your eyes on the bench, so that way you're consistent with your range of motion. And we're gonna go ahead, same idea, rapid fire those knees, going up and down. And we're gonna count down, 10, 9, 8, 7, keep going, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and time.